You guys want to see something pretty cool?
Good morning. I wouldn't say they're the best on a leash yet, but they're getting there.
And this is what cutting the grass looks like for us now. We're cutting our own lawn right now.
Yeah, baby.
We've talked with a lot of people in this town that work with goats as a profession, as a living, doing goat milk, goat cheese, all that stuff. And the general consensus from them was, we can't really use goats in a permaculture way. We can't use them to cut our grass. Well, we could, but if we did, then we would have to give them a really high dose of parasitic medication because there's parasites in the grass. We're not really keen on putting them in a cement box and feeding them a grain diet and import grasses for them. So we're trying an herbal parasite mix, this herbal parasite cleanse that we give them. There's a bunch of stuff in here like wormwood, fennel, diatomaceous earth, mugwort, garlic, and like 10 other stuff. We mix it with a little bit of peanut butter and honey. Watching these guys eat this is hilarious. This isn't for you, honey. You go over there.
Oh!
You are so sweet, honey. I just gotta address something here.
What do you gotta address, honey?
Jordan and I, we've been living up on this land for what, 9 months, 10 months now? Like,
yeah,
full time?
10 months, I think.
And let me tell you, rainy season was starting to get to us a little bit. But this last week has just validated why the heck we live here.
Every day's just looked like this.
It has been absolutely gorgeous, and like even though every once in a while during the windy season the wind gets crazy, it is so much better than the rain. But today is going to be super exciting because we're actually going to be working on the deck today. So this whole area was originally not even going to happen when we first built this workshop, but we decided to add on, make the bathroom, make the powerhouse, and now we're going to have a nice little hangout spot outside that we're going to start working on today.
The only problem that we have right now is Kaylee and I are in lockdown, like full-blown lockdown. Like,
can't even leave our property locked down.
So we're breaking the rules right now, honey, because the entrance to our property is
right there. Oh boy.
The good thing is no one can come and get us because you would either have to have an ATV or be willing to totally destroy your vehicle to get up here. But we don't have enough wood for the deck, so we're gonna mill this log that we've had sitting here for a little bit, and you guys are gonna see us turn this raw wood into lumber and workable wood. But now here's the curveball. Kaylee and I have milled wood before, but that's about it. We've never actually turned it into working lumber. So you guys are gonna see us do this for the first time.
Give it a go! Yeah!
Something that's important when you're laying down decking boards is to look at which way the grain is going and which way the wood's naturally gonna bend over time. So here's the heart, here's the center, and the wood is gonna actually bend like this, which is what you want. So if it lifts the other way, then it's gonna kind of feel weird on your foot, and your feet are gonna kind of nick the edges. lumber!
We just gotta do a little sand on it.
We come over here to our wood pile with all of our milled wood. We're gonna be digging into some of our cypress. So that last wood that we were just putting down is called Eagle. You guys might remember we dragged that piece of wood up our road with our truck, just dragged it along the pavement. It fell down on the road, and that was the first log that we milled. And now we have been kind of waiting for something to use this for, the cypress. And I'm not super pumped about using 2 different kinds of wood, but it's better than buying it from the store. You guys have seen us now spend a lot of time with this wood. You've seen us spend a lot of time milling it. You've seen us spend a lot of time cutting it and planing it and routering it. We probably put about an hour and a half, I would say, into each board. And if you're wondering, is that worth it? Is that worth the time? For us, it definitely is. We were gonna buy a bunch of cypress like this, which is a hardwood, for our workshop, for the floor. And it was gonna cost $1,500 to do the floor, which is about $90 a board. So each one of these boards is about $90 for us. It's also hard to get this quality wood here. Everything's pine, and pine rots really easy, especially here in the tropics. So before we start laying down some wood, we need to do one little step first. We learned the hard way that we get so much rain that builds up right here and that gets in between these pieces of plywood, or in the middle of the plywood. So we need to cover these up with a piece of angled steel, like this one right here. We spent a lot of this afternoon just getting the supports ready for the deck. We had to move some of the supports that we put in a long time ago. We had to move them a little bit wider. And we're also just trying to use up all the scrap metal that we have. So we hunted around for some rusty old pieces and we just cleaned them up a little bit, got all the rust off from the outside. It's all just surface rust. Those of you guys that are from Boston, you guys know what real rust is. So it's all just surface rust. We cleaned it all up and then we welded pieces together just so we could get them long enough. And now we're just gonna weld them into place.
What are you all confused about?
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
In the bucket?
Yeah.
I think I might.
Worm.
Ooh, baby.
This is our little experimental worm farm. We have a bunch of stuff in here. All of our kitchen scraps, chicken poo, and probably like 100 worms that we dug up the other day. So the worms in here are supposed to speed up the composting process. All like the worm
Poop.
droppings, like the liquid goes into the bottom because we drilled holes in the bottom of that bucket.
So we'll have some liquid fertilizer, and then when these guys are all done, we'll have some real compost.
Camille, how'd you get up there? Alberta, how'd you get up there? We built this whole fence all the way around too.
Yeah, this was to stop them from doing exactly that. But I guess they found their way.
You want to go free? Come on, let's go over here.
Come on, girls.
Come on. What is that?
Push it my way.
This is gonna look so good. Cutting our last and final slab of wood, and we decided this was kind of a last minute decision.
How about it? Oh, I had to sneeze, sorry.
So on the edge of the deck, on the back side of it where it overhangs, we decided we're gonna leave the live edge here. So
isn't that so trendy?
It's so trendy and I'm so excited about it.
So now what we're doing is we're countersinking these hex head screws. These are actually used here in Panama for roofing. That's why they have this rubber washer on the bottom. But our pickings for screws were very limited. We had these, or we had drywall screws. So we're going with these because they're much stronger. We're gonna countersink them down, then we're gonna make some plugs so we can fill that hole and you'll never even know that there's a hole there. The last and final screw. For now. We haven't gotten them all in yet, but
for today.
Take a look at this.
Hold on, wait. Wait.
Come on, it's the most important part. What do you think, Lola? What do you think? You like your new deck? Here it is, you guys. Our DJ platform for our festival. The Nomadic Festival coming in 2021.
Come show them the best part.
I mean, the best part is our
live
edge,
baby.
I can't believe that this all went from a couple of logs, one of which that we dragged up with our truck, to a fully functioning, beautiful deck, honey. You can see it expands our living space out. This is about 4.5 feet more that we're going to get, just to give you some perspective, and then we get another 10 feet of width. And for us, every square foot is valuable. So we lived with 90 square feet for 3.5 years. So as we just add on little by little, we'll take every bit that we can get.
Lola's loving it, guys. She is loving it.
This is gonna be her spot right here. Watch the sunset, watch the goats, keep her eye on her farm.
We have no excuse to not do yoga anymore.
You got a yoga deck, honey.
This is yoga deck number 2, baby.
Here's a little view of what our evenings have been looking like recently. Lola is here next to me. Kaylee's over here.
Falling asleep.
We got some Celtics basketball on. The season started up.
We got our little buddy going.
We got the heater going. Ambiance lights are on. We're exhausted. Gonna chill here for probably a few more minutes, then head up to bed in the bus. But thank you guys for following along with this one. This is where we're gonna leave you.
We love you guys so much. We'll see you on the next one.